Hi guys, welcome to this video. It's your boy Kunle Hologon. So with the US, India and Brazil topping the list of most infected countries in COVID globally, the UK is currently occupying the 14th position on the table. And in recent days, the UK has experienced a hike in COVID cases. A good example, on Saturday, about 3,497 new cases has been reported. This has prompted the Prime Minister to announce that from the 14th of September, which is this coming Monday, households will no longer be met in the previous agreed 30 people, but going forward it will be the rule of 6 that will be coming into play.
That if we are to beat the virus, then everyone at all times should limit social contact as much as possible and minimize interactions with other households. It's safer to meet outdoors, and you should keep your distance from anyone you don't live with, even if they're close friends or family. So in England from Monday, we're introducing the rule of 6. You must not meet socially in groups of more than 6, and if you do, you will be breaking the law. This will apply in any setting, indoors or outdoors, at home or in the pub. The ban will set out in law and it will be enforced by the police. And anyone breaking the rules risks being dispersed, fined and possibly arrested.
What does this rule of 6 mean?
Walking home from Farndon Primary School in England, 4 children, 3 parents in one group across the bridge to Wales. Today it's okay to have groups of more than 6 outside in England. On Monday it'll be against the law.
So clearly, the COVID has still not gone away. We still need to continue to maintain the social distancing, listen to all health guidance and advice across our countries. Hopefully, the second wave will not hit the countries of the world and collapse its economy. Moving on to Africa, remember the coup that happened in Mali on the 18th of August, where the president was forced to step down in his position. So the military leader has now announced that they will be willing to hand over transition of the power to any civilian rule in the next 18 months. So the military pledge came following 3 days conversation with the opposition and civil groups on when Mali will return into civilian rule. Meanwhile, the former president, Bouba Keita, has fled the country. He has now gone on exile to the United Arab Emirates, where we understand he is currently receiving treatment, but it is unclear when it will return back to the country. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Moving on to Democratic Republic of Congo. The gold mine in DR Congo has collapsed, and currently rescuers are digging deep to search for about 50 people that are missing, that are thought to be found dead in this rubble. Watch in this video. This is really sad. Watching this in this video, I'm not sure how long it will take for them to be able to dig deep. I think they need something that is heavy equipment to be able to lift this rubble and lift it carefully, so that even if any one of these 50 people, they are still alive, they will not be killed by this rubble. But I don't know how long or how far this will take to be digging this kind of rubble using shovel. We pray that those people that are still alive will be found unhurt, and that for those that are dead, we pray that their souls rest in peace. So moving on, the Nigeria International Airport has now reopened. Remember that the government has announced that all of those countries that has banned Nigerian flight and the citizens from arriving into the country because of COVID-19, Nigerian government will also reciprocate this by banning those countries' flight from entering Nigeria as well. So there has not been a direct flight from Europe and America into Nigeria. This has been a chaos for all of the travelers traveling from America and Europe to Nigeria. Majority of these travelers has even gone all the way, traveling through Ethiopia or even going through Benin Republic, where we have Cotonou, and they are flying from that part of the continent into Nigeria. It has taken so many days for them to arrive in Nigeria. Watch some of them in this video.
Commercial flights finally resume at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, after 5 months. Intended passengers arrive with their face masks on and then go through the various health safety checks. It's quite a long queue of passengers waiting to gain access into the terminal building. A number of them tell me it's exciting, leaving the shores of the country once again.
They told us to wash our hands and they gave us sanitizers. They sanitize our luggages. So it's like they are really taking caution. There is proper social distancing and everyone is wearing a mask.
Looking at the airport itself is one of the best in the world.
And then the first flight arrives from Addis Ababa, the Ethiopian capital. It gets a water cannon salute as it taxis to a halt. But some passengers on the flight are upset. The aircraft almost left without them in Addis because payments for their COVID test could not be confirmed.
We paid and we didn't get email confirmation. You know, they don't want to take responsibility. I paid 42,500.
Naira.
Yes, and in the UK I did a free test, you know. Here is 42,500.
After they had cleared us to leave, then we were told to come back. There are some people who had not paid, that we had to go back. So the plane had to return to the port, as some people were told to get off the plane.
They had a little problem of checking me through the COVID paperwork. So, because I was the first one online, and then they said, well, we have a little problem with the Q code and this and that. But everything just takes time and it wasn't a problem. I'm not in a hurry.
The aviation authorities say technical hitches being experienced with the online platform are being looked into.
The PCR is something that is being coordinated by our public health corridor component. It's not entirely fun, but I do know that we're working as a team, and wherever we see any challenge, immediately there are steps being taken to see that we can resolve it quickly, so that it either doesn't happen again, even from that moment, it ceases to exist.
Passengers who just arrived Nigeria and were not found to have breached pre-boarding requirements at their point of departure are to self-quarantine for 7 days. They are to take a COVID PCR test afterwards, and failure to do so attracts sanctions, including a 6-month travel ban.
At least Nigerian government are ensuring that everyone is safe in terms of when they arrive into the country, and that they do not bring in additional COVID cases into the country. Nigerian government has asked that anyone traveling into the country must go and take a COVID-19 test and come into the country with a result before they can be allowed into the country. If you come into the country without this COVID-19 result, you will be asked to self-isolate for 7 days, and also you will be forced to take the test in Nigeria before you can leave anywhere you are self-isolating. It is still unclear when direct flight will start operating to and fro into the Nigeria airport. Let me know if you have anyone that has traveled to Nigeria in recent days that has experienced any of this hardship in getting into the country from any part of the world. Put those comments in the comment section below so that you can share your experience and we can share it with others as well, so we can all learn lesson. I think for me at this period, anyone that can still avoid traveling at this time, they should try as much possible to still avoid it, because a lot is still unclear. It is not clear what rule applies to those that are leaving Nigeria for other part of the world. It is also unclear what rules applies to those that are traveling to Nigeria from Europe or America. But one thing that we all know is you must go with your COVID-19 test result before you are allowed into the country. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Moving on. Kaduna State in Nigeria has passed the law that anyone that rape any child under the age of 14 should be punished with surgical castration. The lawmakers in Kaduna have sat down and they said due to the increase in the number of cases of rape in the country, especially in Kaduna State, so they have decided to come up with this law that anyone found guilty of raping any child under the age of 14 will be sentenced to surgical castration. You guys remember the case of a 22-year-old lady called Vera Omozua, who was raped in Edo State in a church and then later died.
Was lying down with full of blood inside their church, Redeemed Christian, which is somebody's right there. We now rushed down and the sympathizer took her to the private hospital in Oma, Otogbeson.
However, the Police Public Relations Officer at Edo State Command, DSP Chidin Waboza, confirmed the incident, saying some...
The lady was taken to a normal hospital in Ovede, Ibobahi, Benin City, for treatment. While she was with Enoma, still in a state of coma, Enoma Hospital referred her to the University Teaching Hospital.
So the Nigerian police has now arrested a number of suspects who are thought to be part of this rape case, and they are currently being tried in the Nigerian court.
He added that the suspects will be charged to court after investigations have been concluded.
On the 27th of May this year, one Uwaila Omozua Vera, female, 100-level student of the University of Benin, she was raped and gruesomely murdered.
We did all of the so we me come pick the food. The thing happened that kind 2 o'clock. I don't go do now. This boy that is less equal use ranky.
So do not forget that the Nigerian law provides about 14 years to life imprisonment for anyone found guilty of rape. But also, any state in Nigeria can implement their own law. So in this case, Kaduna State has decided to implement their own law for anyone found guilty of this. Such a person will go through what is known as surgical castration. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Moving on, currently, majority of African countries are experiencing what is known as their rainy season. This rainy season has affected majority of these African countries. The flood has now been the order of the day in these countries. Watch some of those clips in this video.
يا اخواننا اللهم بحر ابيض الناس
My people. This is Lekki Abraham Adesanya. As you can see, it's no joke. Those of you going to work, coming back, be ready for war.
This is really sad. Sometimes we wonder, all the engineers that are constructing the roads in Africa, do they really think, do they plan drainage with their plan when they are constructing the roads? If there are drainage, there should never be this kind of flood. African government, they really need to think. These drainage are very, very important. You need to plan for the rainy season. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. That's so funny. Okay, moving on to our weekly money transfer update. So as we can see on this table, transfer is still currently on top of our list for today. As you can see, transfer is 545 naira to a pound. This is staggering. You can see the list of all of these updates in the table. You can see from number 7 that we have World Remit, we have TransferWise, we also have SendWave, and lastly on our table we have the MoneyGram. Look at the difference in terms of pounds from number 7 all the way to 10 that we have on this table, and compare it with number 1 on our list, which is transfer. Currently, pounds to naira for all of these ones at the bottom, they are 488 naira to a pound, whereas transfer at the top, which is number 1 on our list, is doing it for 545 to a pound. This is staggering. To put this into context, for every £1 you transfer, you lose 57 naira. It simply means for every £100 you transfer, you lose around 5,600 naira. This is staggering. Think about this, where you have millions of people transferring money, sending money every day to their loved ones in Africa. We have received comments in our comment section in some of our last videos from a number of people. Someone from a company on our list said, remember, these companies will have a number of cost, administrative charges, and so many charges. What we are saying is, all of these money transfer companies should be transparent in dealing with their customers. For instance, SendWave has always advertised that if you transfer money, they will actually add additional £5 or £10 to your transfer, or $5 or $10 to your transfer. It is clearly a hidden fee that has been charged significantly in terms of the rate. Look at the rate, 488 to 545, or compared to the Aboki FX, which every one of them should be using, which is 560 at the moment. That is staggering. So if you are saying to your customers that you are giving them £5 or £10, you have taken that significantly already from every £1 they transfer. So you are not doing them a favor, you are not giving them any money, but you are actually ripping them off at the highest level. This is at glance. So we do all of this weekly money transfer update so that all of our customers will be able to see the difference on the weekly transfer and the best rate to choose from. Remember, we have not been paid for this advert, but we are in the interest of the customers. Hopefully, this video has helped someone for this week. Feel free to share it with your loved ones. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please kindly do so on YouTube. Also, make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and bye for now.